there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 7th episode of Tech Talk. Our show is all about updating you with the world's latest tech and keeping you ahead with all your favorite gadgets and brands. Let's start off with some international tech news. Resort Town Beauty meets technological brawn. El Gouna, a beautiful Red Sea town in Egypt, has played host to a vested summit striving to tackle regional and worldwide issues we face, in addition to finding innovative, modern solutions. 50 startups passionate about bettering how we interact with the world through technology met up with 20 global investors.
A lot of sleepless nights and definitely talented entrepreneurs that can actually...
Among them was a ride-sharing app, RedCab, which hopes to compete with the giants that we're already too familiar with, such as Uber and Careem. AI, drones, and virtual reality are just a few examples of the kind of technology that the events showcased. The event, which was a bright idea of Salem Al-Hariri, CEO of Scale Up Ventures, has proven to be an excellent opportunity for startups and established companies alike to network together, in addition to scouting out potential talent they might want to recruit in the future. With the theme of conscious tech, that is tech that aims to solve problems we face in the world, Hariri wishes to bring the summit back to El Gouna, so keep a lookout. In other news, Farmsville has got nothing on Kenyan farmers who are now utilizing an app which allows them to manage information relating to the management of the farm. Farmers can even use the app to remotely influence the temperature of units in greenhouses, control humidity, and even turn on the valves. Kenya's Minister of Water and Irrigation has promised to integrate the tech to improve food security. It's particularly neat because farmers can check on their farms from anywhere in the world. They can go on vacation, take agricultural trips, and not even need to be able to constantly ponder on what's going on back home. The app is automated farming, and it is hoped that it'll reel in younger farmers with its modernized take on one of the most ancient professions in the existence of humankind. Awaiting an intellectual property certificate, the app and its surrounding system has been fully tested and is ready for use. It has a starting price of $350 or more if you want added features. Quite the steal for something that's going to save you more time than you'll know what to do with.
Yeah, with this technology, you have brought the farm to the farmer through the phone, and you can access the farm through your phone, and actually it is the next level of it's the next frontier in agriculture, where you are supposed to do technology-based agriculture.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Tech Talk. We've reached our info segment. As usual, we have a new guest every episode giving us some new tech tips. Today we have the PR and marketing manager of iMachines Bahrain, Ms. Siham Al-Shabib, telling us all about the little tips and tricks that we don't know our iPhones could do.
Today we'll talk about incredible things that you don't know your iPhone could do.
Yeah.
And if you are an Apple user, you know that you will be most used or popular with latest features that you can usually use or usually do. So let's talk about the tips and tricks. Today we'll cover around 10 points about it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So let's start with the first one. First tips and tricks that if you are to make a very quick call, if you are an urgent or you are driving or you just want to make a very quick call, you just can go to the call logs, the green button. Can you see it, please? You just need to press on it and dial the last number. That you don't need to dial the last number actually. You just need to tap the green
button.
The green button, yeah, exactly. And it just shows the last number that you dialed. It's 175743334. That's the last number I called just when
Is that the iMachine number? I thought so, you guys. Let's check out the rest of them.
Exactly. So
I noticed that little tip once when I was driving, actually.
Exactly. And sometimes, you know,
don't text and drive or call or drive. I'm a bad example.
Exactly. Listen to it. Second tips and tricks that it's the access guided for the company managers who has employees under them, and also for the schools and for the teachers if they want to control the students in the class. For the parents if they want to control the usage of their children, how to use specific apps exactly.
Yeah.
So
So basically, it's for supervising.
exactly, you can say
All right,
that. Exactly.
all right, I get it.
exactly. Let's show you. How can we start with it?
Is it an app or is it something that's
no,
already?
you can find it in settings also.
Ah,
Exactly. It's
all
from the iPhone itself. You can find it in settings. You can go to settings. Then you go to general. After that, you just need to scroll down. No, you have to go to accessibility. Where is it? Yeah.
Oh, the accessibility.
Exactly.
Oh,
Just need to press on it,
Yeah.
and then just scroll down till you find guided access.
So that's what it is.
Let me switch it off first. So it will be off. So you just need to toggle it on. Then it will show you the passcode settings.
All
Okay.
right.
So you can set a password for it. So let's set a password for it. Let's say zeros.
All right.
Okay. You just need to confirm it again. After that, if you want to access it, you have to press the sided button. For the iPhone 10, you have to press the sided button 3 times. For the iPhones, you have to press the home button 3 times.
Okay.
Okay, so to activate it, let's say let's activate it on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, let's activate
So you
it.
can choose what app to activate it
Exactly.
on.
Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, social media. If you want your kid to sit and study from a specific application, you know, Apple has so many thousands of applications in education. So if you want your kid to sit and study from that application only or from that app only, you can control that. You can't access any other
So how
things.
exactly can you control it?
I will show you.
All right.
So let's say from YouTube. Okay, you go to YouTube. If you want to activate it,
Yeah.
you have to press this button 3 times, press on guided access, then it shows you exactly which areas that you want
Okay.
to block it from your kid or from your students in the classroom.
So you can customize it to
ex-
your needs.
And you can circle, for example, this area, the controlling area. Okay, so you can minimize it or maximizing the circle like that. Okay, then let's start. We started. So
So they can't really touch there. Oh,
try.
it's disabled.
Try to search something. We need to triple click it again
Yeah.
if you want to deactivate it.
Okay.
It shows the guided access, magnifier, and cancel. Let's guided access again.
So all you gotta do is untick it.
Yeah, so we enter the password for it. So we can control it by entering the password again or deactivate it by entering the password again and again.
Super.
And also at the same time, you can limit a time for it.
Okay. So you can even add time constraints. to
Exactly.
it.
So for example, for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours. And later on also, if you want to remove it, you just need to click it 3 times again, the home button 3 times again, and it shows the X, so you can delete it.
So either way, no matter what iPhone you have, you're gonna need 3 magic clicks.
Exactly.
Let's move on to the other trick.
So the other trick, we have also a nice trick on notes.
Okay.
Okay, all of us has notes, and each and every person that like to write notes, but we don't know like the real use of it. Okay, or there is some nice tricks on it on notes. So let's talk about notes now. To the tips and tricks for notes. Let's open Notes app. We have around 16 notes now. Let's choose one, for example, grocery this week. Okay.
You can make checklists.
You can make a checklist, you can make it a text, you can change it from a if you did your checklist but you didn't add the tick
Yeah.
area, you can add it to it also. Okay. You can add a checklist, exactly. And if you would like also to share the notes with someone that you know, for example, this is a trip, a holiday trip, holiday barbecue trip, you can share it also with one of your contacts. Or for example, you are traveling with your brother or your mother, you can share it on WhatsApp, on iMessage, on Instagram. No, sorry, not Instagram. WhatsApp, iMessage, email. So
Okay,
she will
that's
receive
super.
a link, and the same time that once she press on the link, whatever she add, it shows on you. your notes, and whatever you add also, or you update your note, that it will show on her phone or her notes actually.
So basically, any notes that you add, you can share. You could design it to have bullet points. You could do a lot of things with notes.
Exactly, and there is more things also. If you want to go to this letter, okay, for example, once you keep pressing on it, it will show. Actually, it's difficult for some people that to find it out or to see it, to look at it, or to find exactly the word, or to highlight the word. It will show. Yeah, it will be showing like that, and your finger is hiding the word.
Okay.
Right? So there is a hidden trackpad which helps you exactly to take the sign or the arrow to anywhere that you wanted it to be. How it will work? Just press a bit strongly to the trackpad itself.
And it magnifies the words.
Exactly.
And it also shows you where you can move.
Exactly. And
That's
just
super.
press a bit stronger. It will highlight it for you also. If you want to highlight also the whole paragraph also, it shows. It's very, very useful and supportive.
It's also very convenient. I personally use this function all the time.
Exactly.
So what's another tip you could show us?
So on photos you can find out which photos that you wanted to see exactly. So let's say, for example, let's search for food. So just type food, and direct it will show exactly which pictures contains food in it in your iPhone. Let's say that you went on vacation you visited, let's say,
That's so
California.
cool.
California. Just type California.
I didn't know about
Exactly.
this.
California. The picture that you have taken California, it will show here, and it contains something that from California.
That's super. So you can even use a search bar in your photos. That I didn't even know that existed. Is that only in the iPhone X, or is it in the other iPhones too?
All the iPhones. It applies on all the iPhones.
Thank you so much, Miss Ihame.
Thank you
Can't
so
wait
much.
to see you back in our studio for more tips and tricks in the
Thank
future.
you so much. Thank you, dear.
you. We'll be right back with our gadget review section. Now for gadget reviews, this might be my favorite episode yet, Khaled.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because guess who's here? And yes, I personalize my cameras. It's our one and only Red Dragon.
And continuing with our trend with superstar camera brand Red, we've got a real treat this time. Though its photography ain't half bad, this device really shines through with its stunning prowess in cinematography.
The Red Dragon is Red's first update, building from the original Red made back in 2008. Back then, it was the first camera that could record footage in stunning 4K resolution. Old news, right? Although since then, many cameras can accomplish this amazing little feat. The Red Dragon, though, boasts a stunning 6K resolution as well as keeping the original raw footage. For those of you who don't know, the raw footage is the original untouched film captured by the camera in the highest possible quality that the hardware is capable of capturing.
That's right. And Red's Dragon can capture up to 119 MP raw files per second thanks to the 6K sensor. A positive lock mount lens included means that the possibilities for shooting ready for cinema footage are endless. For our perfectionist cinematographers, Donna, you might be included in that, the shortcuts are
wish.
pretty nice and clear to use, and you can even download many apps that can help you to get the best shot that you possibly can.
If you need to utilize different lenses, change the mount from EF to PL, and the sensor is about the same size of a 3mm movie film and produces data at an impressive rate of approximately 4 GB per minute, although this depends on the FPS you're working on, which is the frames per second.
And the standard use has been set up with a camera shutter speed of 25 frames per second. And with a shutter angle of 180 degrees and a compression of 8:1, while some may prefer to record their audio separately, the Dragon is also equipped to serve your audio needs with a whopping 48 kHz audio recording capability. That's incredible.
It is, isn't it? And of course, as we live and broadcast in the GCC. We use PAL and not NTSC, which is basically the broadcasting. And the ideal ISO for the Dragon is 150 to 800, and the lower the compression, the more the detail. The sweet spot you should aim for is 8:1 or 10:1, or 8:1 to 10:1, and 10:1 is ideal if you're running out of space. Also, RAW is always better than ProRes.
Indeed it is. As for Red's black balance, this camera needs a bit of effort on that front. She's not easy. Make sure that the black is black because the screen can get too bright. Now, that means that you have to darken it down manually a bit until the black is actually black and keep it close. I said black is black a lot there.
It's the black balance. The geoscope, however, is idealistically between 10 to 13 per subject, and the depth as far as the auto calibration goes, you've got to cover the lens with the cap to block the light from entering the frame at the start of every project, preferably once or twice a week, and it's quite a time-consuming process which takes approximately 20 minutes. From an 8 to 200 FPS range. Also, the temperature range affects the black balance. Calibrate once indoors and once outdoors to be safe.
But when you're calibrating manually, choose your shutter speed and calibrate. For instance, 25 frames per second would be 1 out of 50, and the white balance is to be adjusted accordingly. As well, the auto white balance is around 4232 Kelvin.
The focal lengths of the Dragon are magical too. Use the histogram for focus and exposure check tools. You can play with the sharpness to determine your focus. Always keep a longer depth of field. And if you want to combine all your fields together to get a better picture, shoot HDRX and get yourself unique visuals for your projects. I think we need a full episode for this gadget.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to bring it back for more. And if you're into high-end cinematography gear, the first gadget we're reviewing is just for you, especially if you're a Red fan. This is something I can't personally wait to get my hands on as soon as it's released. Red is jumping into a new market. Best known for their magical camera specs, Red has a reputation for making the best cameras in the world.
Anybody out there a fan of Mindhunters, Stranger Things, or Geostorm? They were all shot on Red. Believe it or not, the camera giant has jumped on the smartphone bandwagon. And with the holographic phone coming out, yeah, that's right, I said holographic. So it's one of the first holographic smartphones to ever come out. And no, I did not say that wrong. I did say holographic.
Introducing the Hydrogen. Now the design itself is something out of steampunk.
It comes in both aluminium and titanium, making it a pretty robust phone, meaning that you might have that extra bit of confidence when you're taking riskier shots. Anyone trying to take photos from outside their windows might know what I'm talking about.
Red itself said that the picture-taking quality should only ever be surpassed by their actual bigger cameras.
Like this one.
Imagine the things you could do with that, man.
So Instagrammers and bloggers, if you're looking for those ready-for-film shots, the Red Hydrogen is definitely the way to go for you.
And in regards to user interface and monitor, it'll integrate with its current professional Red cameras like the Scarlet, the Epic, and the Weapon.
Now, the holographic display picture has raised a lot of questions and piqued a lot of interest. But few outside the company itself have actually seen this feature in action.
The holographic feature complementing the 5.7-inch screen with a resolution of, listen to this guys, 2,560 by 1,440 pixels has been promised to revolutionize how users interact with their content on their phones.
And due to its design and specs, the Hydrogen can be in the heart of a full camera rig, and in addition to that, it's also able to bolt extra batteries and mobile camera units. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Well, like most things Red makes, we don't know its resolution yet, but it will feature some kind of 3D holographic content. Red's display is expected to easily switch between regular 2D content, holographic multi-view content, and 3D content in games, landscape, and portrait.
I can't wait. I really can't wait, Khalid.
yeah,
you
it
don't
sounds
you can't even
futuristic.
believe it. What makes this holographic display different? According to a Red forum post, it's that it's a multi-view word. It claims that its technology is vastly different to that used in previous attempts at 3D displays, resulting in high-resolution images that don't bleed. And that looks good whether you're viewing regular 2D or the enhanced holographic images.
In order for this to work, well, it's gonna need some kind of face or eye tracking so that it knows which angle you're looking at. Like a hopefully much better incarnation of 3D tech used in devices like the Amazon Fire Phone or my personal favorite, the Nintendo 3DS.
I know, Khalid's a Nintendo guy if you guys haven't figured out yet.
Love
As
Nintendo.
with the many of the phone's details, this is a little vague detail. We know that the phone will have a front and rear camera, but we don't know the size or the resolution of the sensors, not yet anyways.
In the meantime, the Hydrogen's release has been delayed to further enhance its camera capabilities. What can we expect? 3D filming and HD image capturing from both front and rear cameras, as well as for the footage to be shot in H4V format. A small delay is a small price to pay for the visual excellence that Red is promising us for the near future.
Apps. Ever read one of those short horror stories written in chat format? Heard of Vine? Now compare the two together and you've got one very dimensional but good idea of the direction Wattpad has been heading in.
For years, aspiring authors have taken to Wattpad as a platform to share their writing and storytelling capabilities for the world to experience. I've had my own experience with it. As of now, Wattpad has approximately maybe 60 million audiences per month, which is incredible.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. But as the world's adapted, so is Wattpad. Raccoon is Wattpad's latest app that focuses on nonfiction storytelling through microvlogging. Well, it works like this, you see. You upload a video that's around a minute or two long, and Raccoon subtly reminds you when you've hit the 60-second mark. Right? 60 seconds?
60 seconds.
Uh-huh. And upload it for the world to see. Well, yeah.
Each week, a certain prompt or topic is selected, something along the lines of what makes family or what makes you laugh, something like that. Something really cheesy. And each story is tagged so you can find similar videos or search videos on topics that matter most to you.
So, if you're looking for a short but fun induction to the world of vlogging, as a producer or just a viewer, Raccoon's the app for you. And that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. From our studio, we'd like to wish all our viewers a happy and breezy Ramadan Mubarak. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next week at the same time on Tech Talk. This was Dana Salem
And Khalid Hidris.
for Bahrain International TV.
Peace out.